markup. Savings based on independent retail price survey.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring sonic and sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measure, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in rupees.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Your weekend cheat sheet. This weekend with Nick Poliokini. Friday evenings at 8 on Later with Mo Kelly on KFR.
And we will get to the state of the medical community and how they're off their freaking ass sometimes.
Gary and Shannon, we're doctors pretty much, right?
Yes.
Gary and Shannon, KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Some people learned a new language during the pandemic. We became doctors.
The Russian administration is saying that the Kremlin was attacked by drones overnight in an attempt on President Putin's life. Residents in Moscow reported hearing a couple of explosions behind Kremlin walls just after 2 in the morning local time. Lights went out. Footage shared by people on a Telegram channel captured some of the incident. Smoke is seen filling part of the sky. But in all honesty, it was a very small drone in terms of the attack that they were supposedly perpetrating upon the president's life. A spokesman for the Ukrainian president denies that they were behind any of it and has accused Moscow of deliberately escalating the situation ahead of May 9th. May 9th is an important day for Russia. They talk about Victory Day, and they have the big military parades. In fact, in part of the footage that you see that's been released, outside the Kremlin, they have like the grandstands already set up for the big parade. So.
Coming up after the news at 11 o'clock when we dive into Washington, there are whispers that the DeSantis people are rookies. Even Trump's critics are saying he's running circles around Ron DeSantis, that he has something he didn't have last time around, Trump does, and it's called organization. So we'll get into that. Tucker Carlson was ousted from Fox despite having a very popular program. We got some feedback on the matter.
You too do realize that it was only last week where you were defending Tucker, saying, oh, it's such a bad move. Why did Fox News get rid of their #1 guy? Oh, it's so terrible. And now you're trying to backtrack. No. Stick with it. Stick up for your Nazi friend.
Now,
you want to start?
I will start. Thank you for giving me the go-ahead. I never backed up Tucker Carlson. I am on the record saying I've never watched his program. I wasn't backing him up or his ideals or the stuff he spouts. I was backing up the fact that it was a successful program and a bad business decision. That's what I was backing up.
Yeah, we didn't, and we never...
He pulls in 3.5 million people every night. To cancel a show like that is throwing away money. That was my statement.
And by the way, Monday night was the first time that MSNBC scored the win across the prime time in the 25-54 age demo and in total viewers, because Tucker Carlson wasn't there.
Also, calling us F's over Tucker Carlson, it's time to go to Home Depot, sir.
Yeah, it's time.
Get a hobby.
Build a birdhouse.
Do something.
Redo the floors.
With your time.
Paint, something. If you walk around that angry about a misunderstanding about what we feel about Tucker Carlson, I can't imagine that your friends and family enjoy being around you.
Maybe go to one of those workshops where you pay for people to hug you and cuddle with a goat or something.
Yoga with a goat.
Whatever.
Specific. All right. The latest is, we said, you said last week that calling somebody a C wasn't enough to get you fired, and apparently he had done that. Tucker had in one of his text message tirades. Well, there is a new text message that has been discovered that may have been the straw that broke the camel's back. It's not a C word. It's not anything about the bosses. It's not even necessarily about President Trump or former President Trump and his attitude towards him. It's specifically getting into a weird racial look at how people fight. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing, but he says, this is a January 7th, 2021 text message, quote, "A couple of weeks ago, I was watching video of people fighting on the street in Washington. A group of Trump guys surrounded an Antifa kid and started pounding the living S out of him." Use the real word. It was 3 against 1 at least. Jumping a guy like that is dishonorable, obviously. It's not how white men fight.
That's the line that's going to get you kicked off.
It's not how white men fight. Yet suddenly I found myself rooting for the mob against the man, hoping they'd hit him harder, kill him. I really wanted them to hurt the kid. I could taste it. Then, somewhere deep in my brain, an alarm went off. This isn't good for me. I'm becoming something I don't want to be. That Antifa creep is a human being. Much as I despise what he says and does, much as I'm sure I'd hate him personally if I knew him, I shouldn't gloat over his suffering. I should be bothered by it. I should remember that somewhere somebody probably loves this kid and would be crushed if he was killed. If I don't care about those things, if I reduce people to their politics, how am I better than he is?
Now, number one, this is clearly too long to read. It was probably a voice to text, right? Like if somebody sent you this, I'd be like, bro,
boy.
I do not have time to read this text. But anyway, but the line is bad. It's not how white men fight, right? That's a terrible line. However, the end, he kind of evolves in this text message.
Careful. Remember, he's a Nazi. So you don't want to defend him.
Pick up for your Nazi friend, you
But he kind of evolves his thinking. He's saying that he was all in with beating up this Antifa kid, right? And that suddenly he realized, who the hell am I? Like, why is my lizard brain ruling my thought pattern? I don't want to be that guy. Now, again, I don't know Tucker Carlson. I don't watch the program. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that he does end the text on a rational thought.
Right.
Is that too much?
Well,
am I a Nazi now?
If somebody dropped that line, it's not how white men fight, or something like, I wanted to, I was hoping they'd hit him harder, kill him. If I saw somebody text that, or think that, or was having a conversation and they expressed that, I would hope there was a moment where they said, but to be honest, listen, I realized, that's a dangerous place for me to go.
This is
I shouldn't
kind of like
go
a
there.
real moment. You know, this is kind of like a real, like he's being honest.
So are you defending Tucker Carlson?
No.
Are you defending Fox for firing him? Because to me, this is one of those things, in that entire message, right? That's what, 15, 20 sentences worth of stuff. And you're right, it's too long for a text message. The one that really gets him is the line, it's not how white men fight. Imagine if that was not in there. If that one sentence was not in there, this would be a much more redemptive story where he's starting to think, I hate this kid because of what he stands for. And then, but if he's just basing it on politics, there's that realization.
Right. What am I doing?
I want people to have that realization.
Totally.
That you're being driven by politics. You're wishing ill things on other human beings because of their political stance.
Yes.
Not even because they've done anything against you personally.
And that's so where we're at as a country, and I freaking loathe it.
But playing that race card in there was too much for Fox, apparently.
But guess what? Kevin Costner is getting his own beating, isn't he?
Pick up for your Nazi friend, you
And I can taste it. Because he failed to come on the program. And now he's getting his comeuppance.
I told you told me to F off once,
What?
right? Or I'm sorry, it was shut the F up.
Wait, you're
No,
going to have
swear.
to give us that story when we come back.
There was drinking involved and
Wow.
laughing.
Until.
Shut the
Gary and Shannon will continue in just a
What
moment.
a monster.
Story day today. Jennifer Jones-Lee is live in the KFI 24-hour newsroom.
Ukrainian President Zelensky claims he first learned of a massive leak of U.S. intelligence documents from news reports and says he had no conversations with the White House or Pentagon about the leak. The younger brother of NFL star Patrick Mahomes is under arrest. Jackson Mahomes is facing charges of aggravated sexual battery. And 2 cities in California are among the top 10 worst places to get a good night's sleep when you look at things like air, light, noise pollution. U.S. News and World Report says Long Beach comes in at number 9, Fresno is number 10, and the tops of the list, Philadelphia. We'll get a look at your drive with VKFI in the Sky in the 10 in just a moment.
Wow, from Fresno to Philadelphia, that's quite the jump. If you're hurt in a car accident, call the attorneys at Sweet James.
Yeah, if you get whiplash from going from Philly to Fresno or back. If you're hurt in a trucking accident, call the attorneys at Sweet James.
If you're hurt in a motorcycle accident, who do you call? Sweet
The attorneys
James.
at Sweet James, everybody knows that. Sweet James settles more for injured victims in 1 year than most firms settle in their lifetime.
Sometimes you can't control what happens in life, but Sweet James can help you control how you respond and shift the power away from those greedy insurance companies and back in your hands.
When you are hurt in an accident, nothing can prepare you for what may come next.
You may not be ready, but they are.
Yeah, those attorneys at Sweet James, they're going to help connect you with top medical care. They're going to settle the most amount of money possible and deliver the justice you deserve in your time of need.
You pay nothing until they win. So if you're hurt in an accident, call Sweet James. 1-800-9-MILLION. 1-800-9-MILLION.
1-800-900-0000 or go to sweetjames.com.
SoCal weather from KFI, a gray day with a slight chance of showers and highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s. This report is brought to you by Blindstar.com. Let's get a look at your drive with KFI in the Sky in the 10.
As you're making your way eastbound along the 10-6 Monica Freeway before the 405, it is a crash that has the right lane shut down, and that is going to be a busy one for you pretty much from the beginning of the 10 as you come away from the McClure Tunnel. Also seeing delays for your drive further eastbound on the 10. Going to be a slow-going drive from Mid-City into downtown from about Vermont Avenue as you make your way toward the 110 westbound side of the 10. Still going for you coming off the 60 westbound leaving Lorena. That'll be patchy for your drive back to West LA and the 405. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Nick Poliokini.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most gorgeous hair color made with ingredients you can feel good about. Are you tired of drugstore hair color? You deserve better. Spring is here and the forecast calls for your best hair color ever. Upgrade to salon quality hair color that nourishes and improves the condition of your hair without any harsh odors. It's easily done at home and we deliver it to your door. Plus, our hair color matching technology makes picking the right color easy, fast, and accurate. For a limited time, new clients get 15% off plus free shipping on your first online order. Visit madison-reed.com/promo. Take our online color quiz to find your perfect shade. That's madison-reed.com/promo. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
When you come to Arco to take the win with quality top-tier gas for less, it's kind of like taking the win with the perfect comeback for your bratty coworker Susan. But in the moment, so you can actually say it, not like 4 days later in the shower when it's way too late, so you're all, darn it, why now? It's the win we all dream of winning. Take that, Susan.
Take the win with quality top-tier gas for less at Arco. Savings based on independent retail price survey.
In this week's Marketers Report, Chris Brandt, Chief Marketing Officer at Chipotle Mexican Grill, weighs in on the power of audio, specifically audio influencers.
Audio has been a key component for us. Our consumer is omni-channel, so we need to be omni-channel. We've used audio to reinforce what we're showing on TV, what we're showing in other digital channels. When your priority is driving reach, boy, everybody seems to listen to the radio. I think using the audio influencers has been a huge component for us. Working with iHeart, we were able to really tease out the audio influencers in key markets that were authentic Chipotle fans. And because it's authentic and because they're seen as trusted friends by the customers and the listeners, it's really been an effective strategy.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to all. Every audience, live conversations, trusted influencers, and the insights and data you need to grow. Not just a media company. iHeartMedia is your access company. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Slow down, you dumbass.